Imagine watching an aircraft take off, knowing that aviation was still a brand new technology. There were no modern safety systems, no sophisticated navigation, and very little understanding of what could go wrong. Today, we continue our series on the history of aeroplane crashes and look at what is commonly described as the third recorded fatal aeroplane accident. In the early 90s, powered flight was still in its infancy. The Wright brothers had successfully demonstrated controlled power flight in 1903, but aircraft were still experimental missions. Pilots were learning through experience, and every flight helped engineers understand the dangers of aviation. One of the earliest fatal accidents occurred in 1908 when Thomas Ethelwyn Selfridge was killed during a test flight at Fort Myer, Virginia, in the United States. Selfridge was an American Army officer and an aviation enthusiast. During the flight, he was a passenger in an aircraft being demonstrated by Orville Wright. On September 17, 1908, Orville Wright and Lieutenant Thomas Selfridge took off from Fort Myer. The aircraft climbed into the air and began flying over the military grounds. But during the flight, one of the aircraft's propeller blades broke. The sudden failure causes severe vibration and the aircraft became uncontrollable. Orville Wright tried desperately to bring the aircraft back under control, but the aircraft crashed into the ground. Both men were seriously injured. Thomas Selfridge suffered devastating injuries and later died from them. Orville Wright was also badly injured, suffering multiple fractures, but he survived. This tragedy became a major moment in aviation history. It demonstrated that flying was not simply about getting an aircraft into the air. Aircraft needed reliable engines, stronger stretchers, better propellers, and improved safety procedures, etc. The accident also had an enormous impact on military aviation. The US Army had been testing aircraft as a potential new technology, and accidents like this showed how dangerous early aviation could be. Today, aircraft are equipped with a sophisticated navigation system, multiple safety systems, highly tested engines, and strict maintenance procedures. But in 1908, many of these technologies simply did not exist. Early pilots and engineers were effectively learning the science of aviation while flying. Every accident provided painful lessons that eventually helped me make aviation safer. This story of Thomas Selfridge reminds us that the history of aviation was built only on successful flights, but also on tragic failures. If you enjoyed this historical documentary, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next episode.